what we're going to start out with tonight is we are going to put ruffles on every tie. They are 30-inch long ruffles, and I'm using two different meshes. I'm using a red and white striped mesh, and I'm going to use this checkered red snowball. I wanted to use red snowball. I did not have enough, so that's all they had at Hobby Lobby. I do have a very small table. My board is only 24 by 18. My table's only 2 by 4, so, but we're going to get started. And I'm just going to walk this up, and we're going to make a ruffle. Like I said, this is 30 inches long. This is poly deco. And I'm not sure where I got this one at, to tell you the truth. It could have come from Joann's, or it could have come from my buyout of the little gal earlier when I first started. Usually that, or it could have come from Craft Outlet. I probably put on Laura's list where it's from, because at that time I had a the plastic tag on it, so I knew better. And I'm just going to tie this down once, because we are going to go back and put ribbons in each tie. And we're going to do some other cool stuff while we go around here, but we're going to put that one in that tie. I'll open our next tie up. Someday I'm going to have a big craft room. So I have a bigger table and a bigger mat, and all the room I could ever desire. But for now, this will work. So I hope everybody's ready for the weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I am going to try to get, I didn't get to the Dollar Tree today. I had to take my son to the airport. He's headed overseas, over to Europe to work for 2 weeks, he and his friends. So we had to pick him up and go drop him off at the airport. So I didn't get by there, because then I had to run by Walmart and pick up some stuff. And then I had to run to the post office and drop a package off to mail. So can you guys see that? Is that a good view for you? Let me tell you, Mauricio, I'm trying. Everybody else got a Mevo. I got the old 2 webcam OBS system set up. My son set it up before last week for me, and we've been trying it. I did the live last Monday and tried the different angles, and I went in and set some different scenes so that you all could, because I was kind of hoping, I wanted a back view so you could see more what I do. It's so hard to see from the side exactly what's happening. I guess I should pull out some more mesh, huh? I did cut this together. I have a mesh holder. However, my mesh holder is homemade. Michael made mine for me long before there were 3-tier ones, because I wanted a 3-tier one. So, but you can get nice, very nice mesh holders from Susie's Wreath and Things over on Etsy. She has a 1-level mesh roller that will hold 2 10-inch rolls or 1 21-inch roll of mesh. And then she has her ultimate, I can't remember what the other one's called. She just put a new one out. She has one that's a 3-tier roller, and it collapses, and then one that's a 3-tier that does not collapse. And those are all available at Susie's Wreath and Things over on Etsy. Laura has one she loves that's the collapsible, and she uses. But since Michael had already made this one for me, I just use it. So anyway, we're going to alternate our mesh. One tie will do striped, the next tie will do snowball. I love snowball mesh. I have it in all kinds of colors, especially spring colors. I got that at Joann's during their spring season. And so I went in there and looked to see if they had any of their Christmas out. All they have out right now is still the fall supply. And so all I could find was jute, so I did not get that. Subscribe and like. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, if you would like, it would be wonderful if you could subscribe to my YouTube page. And then because I'm on the iPad and I don't see it, so I don't know if it's also on the phone or not. If you find a little bell and you click on the little bell, it will send you notifications of when I go live, which apparently I do right from OBS and not from YouTube. Now I know. So I was on here a few minutes early so we can make sure that the system worked, and I didn't realize anybody else could see me until Laura told me. So I'm using a 15-inch white form from the Americana collection from Joann's, which is their 4th of July collection. And once again, because I use them and I'm always the lucky guy, this is an 8 on the bottom and 7 on the top, so we're working with 15 ties. They were pretty well spaced out, so I didn't add any extra ties into it because I figured, well, they're spaced pretty good. I didn't know where I was going to sneak one in. Usually you have 10 on the bottom and 8 on the top when you get them at other places, but I'm always lucky. Even when I get them at other places, they're not always correct. I usually get like 3 ties here on one spot. I'm like, okay, well, that's a little overdoing it, but I just snip one off and on we go. Because you can add your own Chanel stems or pipe cleaners to these. This one is called, I believe they call them a pine or a pencil form. And then they have the big woolly ones. And I don't know what those are called. I just call them big woolly ones. But do you guys like this angle? Does this angle... Thank you, Mauricio. Does this angle look better for you guys as far as watching me make it? I mean, I can put my face in the corner if you really want me to, but more looking at the wreath than we are at me, so I'll come back, I promise. I don't believe I have this one listed yet, Laura. I didn't go in and do that. I forgot. I thought I was so prepared. It will be in my Etsy store tomorrow. I will have Michael take pictures of it. I can put it up where it says YouTube Live, and you'll know what you're getting because it'll be this wreath. I'm not positive, exactly sure of the amount that I will have it up for. Yeah, I've kind of worked on that. My tie was eating my mesh. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. I don't know if you all have any plans. Tomorrow, I believe I'm going to go over to my son's house, the one that just left, of course. And I'm going to go sit on his deck because he will have the perfect view of the Offutt Air Force Base air show without having to go down and go to the base and be in the heat and be in the crowd. And what did I do? There we go. No? Yeah. Sorry about that. I couldn't find that other end of the tie. I'm going to pull it a little bit. You want to just stand these up and pull them apart and let them stand up like that. This is going to be a lot of mesh on this wreath when we're done, because we're going to put some other mesh on it also, all kinds of mesh. We will have 2 of the similar kinds together on the top. It's not going to make that much difference. And I've decided probably won't put ribbons on the top ring because our sign is very large. I didn't even show you that, did I? I'm sorry. The sign is larger than the upper ring, actually. I got it at Craft Outlet. I believe it says Merry Christmas and has a cardinal on it. And it's made of aluminum or tin, whatever. So, but we'll get that put on there. And if this doesn't post the replay automatically, I actually will go in and post it for you. But because we'll see what it does. I'm not sure. Hi Arlene, how are you? Yeah, I cut these 30 inches long. They're a little bit see-through, but I figure with 30 inches we'll be doing good. So Arlene, did you get out to the store to get what you wanted today? Hi Deborah. If y'all could give this a thumbs up and share it, I would really appreciate it. The more people that see it, the better off I am, so. You think so, Laura? Okay. I don't know how that came through. It was on Facebook. This is our last one on the bottom. I just squish it all in there and pull it tight. Okay, that's our bottom row. And now we're going to start with our top. And like I said, 2 of these will be, I hope I cut enough. Oh yeah. Almost like I don't see the extra piece. Okay. Very well, Laura. Very well. You're all wore out, huh? I had to walk in Walmart. I don't normally do that, especially with my feet these days. But there was everybody and their brother there preparing for the weekend because it's kind of hard to get around Bellevue on air show weekend. They come from all over to look at the airplanes and things. Kind of like you don't go downtown Omaha when it's College World Series. So I would like to, like I said, get to Dollar Tree. I can actually go the back way and go over to the mall over in Papillion, so that might work out for us. But I would like to see some of the planes. I haven't gone for several years. Usually my son and Michael go every year because usually it's a little later in the year. Over Sean's birthday is the 28th. But this year he's, like I said, he flew out today. Flew out of town today. And then it's tomorrow. Because it used to be right on his birthday, which is the 28th. So that's exciting, huh? That was his birthday present every year. We'd let him go to air show. And then it got to be too much for me. So then just the boys went to the air show to see all the cool planes. And last year they didn't have one. I guess it was money restrictions. Oh. Oh, sure. You mean do the actual cardinal sign on it? I think the cardinal sign would be way too big. This is a 15-inch work form. And the box frame from Dollar Tree, the ones I can get are only 14-inch. I do have 18-inch rings, but that came from when I bought the supplies from Marissa. So you'd have to get those at like Craft Outlet or one of your local craft stores. And I'm afraid the sign would just be too big. But last year I did make Cardinal themed wreaths, mostly with just the Cardinal birds that Dollar Tree carries. So I did make those last year for Christmas. Michael loves cardinals, so I have a very nice collection of them. Birds and butterflies. Those are his favorites. In fact, I made him a big base ring out of the 18-inch and let him put all the birds on it that he wanted. So, and I don't know if y'all can hear it in the background. Yes, Ryder's up there being what we like to call a screaming Mimi. He likes to scream. My little screamer. We're going to move this ribbon and stuff, guys, because I thought we'd have enough room, but we don't. And you know what I learned the other day when I went to Hobby Lobby? I thought they put all the seasonal up front. No, they have rows going down the side from my seasonal where they have all of their Christmas mesh, which I did not know. And I was already at the checkout when she told us. So Michael ran back there and looked, and that's where he found the red and white checked snowball mesh. They didn't have any just plain red. So I'm going to have to go over there someday and walk back there and see what they have. I just assumed they would put it all in the Christmas section up front where they have the signs and all that stuff by the fall, which they have already put at 20% off or 40% off, which kind of amazed me. Oh, look, I missed one. Well, that's not good. Okay. We're going to take this off and move it one to the right, because as it is, I'm going to have two together anyway. And I was silly and actually missed a ring. Yes. Congratulations. Are they still in the hospital, Cherie? Or have they come home yet? Yeah, you can use your pipe cleaners and or Chanel stems, whichever, and you can put this just like this on the 14-inch DT form. You might not, you could put this much deco on it. You wouldn't have to. You could maybe cut it down to 20. You can even do 10-inch if you wish. So, stuff is getting stuck together on me. But I am planning on making some videos with DT items, and they'll be recorded, and I will get those sent out. Thank you everyone for subscribing, liking, or thumbs up, whatever it is, and then sharing my video. I really appreciate it. I always like to say the more the merrier. You are in the creative bubble, because I don't have much room, so we just call it the creative bubble. So I don't know if that makes you bubblers. I've been thinking about that all day. Don't ask me why. Ooh, because like my son works for Google, so when he became a new Google employee, he was a Googler. And they gave him a cute little hat with a like a spinny thing on the top. So I was like, ooh, so if they come in the bubble, are they bubblers? However, I have been nicknamed Owl because I do stay up very late at night. So they nicknamed me Owl, like a night owl. So if you see Team Owl anywhere, they are referring to us here at Creative Wreaths and Flowers. And you're more than happy, I'm more than happy if you want to say Team Owl, that's fine. Oh, I bet you do, Cherie. Oh, I remember when Ryder was so sweet at that age. Now he's almost 2. I'm not sure it's sweet anymore. Because he has been really talkative, although I can't understand much of what he said. But he has wanted to come down here twice today because he says this, they call me Meemaw, or he calls me Meemaw. And he wanted to come to Meemaw's house. This is Meemaw's house down here. His house is upstairs. So he was like, Meemo, Meemo. So I did get to see him a couple of times today. One time he wanted to come down, they came down, but we were out. We hadn't got back from the airport yet. I guess we slipped out and they didn't realize it. I didn't know that. But Melinda is studying because tomorrow she goes in to take her what was she before? A COC? And now she's going to be a CPC? I don't know. It's another coding test that goes along with her certificate and associates. So she will definitely, she's studying tonight. Mike's watching Writer while I do this. I was going to use some green pipe cleaners earlier, but he seems to have lost the like 150, 200 of them that I bought. So we went with red instead, and you'll see those in a moment. Let's see. I think we've got, really, I'm sorry. Sorry, Lamba. I scared Lamba. Poor Lamba's still mad at me, I think. I had to take her yesterday to the vet to get her yearly shots, and she was not impressed. And they ran a heartworm test on her, and she kept jerking. So the vet had to go get another guy to help hold. Well, the vet held her, and the other guy didn't have any problems. She didn't jerk for him at all. She just kind of cried, which, of course, made me really sad, because I knew she was hurting. And then she didn't eat. But she did. She came down here and ate a while ago, so now I'm happy because she was mad at me. And I even fed her her favorite for a dog, which is ocean fish and tuna. You would think that I would be feeding a cat, but that's her favorite meal, ocean fish and tuna. And her other favorite meal is chicken with salmon. So maybe I got a cat instead of a dog. Those are her favorites. I hope Melinda never puts her cat's food out, because if it's those flavors, well, dogs actually really do like cat food, but they're higher in fat, so they're not supposed to eat it. And I'm afraid Miss Lamba might get into it, and the cats get kind of snarky if somebody gets in their food. So, all right, this is where our double red and white's going to be. I actually cut one extra piece. So I had these rolled out together in twos. It was just easier than trying to take one off. And I figured even if I use it later and I use it in a 10-inch, I can always cut it in thirds, or a 20-inch and a 10-inch, or a 30-inch, whichever I want to do. So that will go in my box of mesh parts that I have out in the garage. And someday I'll get all my mesh parts out and see what I have. And then we might even have enough mesh parts to make a whole wreath. You just never know. I missed something. You want a great grandchild, huh, Joanne? I got a long wait. Ryder's my first, well, I have 2 step-grandchildren, but Ryder's my first grandchild here, and I don't know the other 2. They're in Kansas. So they're 7 and 3, and I've only met them a couple of times. I'm very shy. But Mr. Ryder knows me. He's not a bit shy, let me tell you what. That little guy flirts with everybody when we go out. Any girl, any good-looking girl, man, he's right on it. Okay, so there is, let's see, it's kind of hard for you. What did I do it? Oh, lordy. I will, oh, there it is. I gotta have the mouse here to control the camera. Let me, oh, look, I could have got closer. I am on the far cam. Anyway, there it is. With the first round, or with the ruffles. Now, I have to find my stuff. Here we go. Oops, nope, that wasn't it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go between each one of these ruffles, where the spot is, and I'm going to place curls. Now, to make our curls, I just took, this is the red snowball I had. They're cut in 10 inches. And this is where your Bodabra comes in real handy, and I'll show you why. Because you roll these up. I'm not a very good roller. I have a trick for that too, but you only get that when I get my emails out. It'll be one of my tricks and tips. Okay. And we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to take the green. These were at the end of the rolls too, which makes it nice. because they already roll for you. You just have to make them just a tad tighter. And then we're going to take them out of there. We're going to pinch them in the middle. We're going to take our chenille stem. We're going to wrap it around here. I don't know, maybe you could see it better if I did that. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to take it and wrap it around here. I'm going to pull it as tight as I can, which I can't hold it real tight. Sometimes I use my grippers, but and give it 3 or 4 good twists. Because if you pull it tight, you can kind of get these rolls to stand up. I'm going to move my dabber out of the way. Then, oh, mercy, sorry. Must be focusing on something else. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put it down here. I'm just working it through these 2 rings so it's in the middle. So I think we're going to just put, I have enough to put 2. I think I'm just going to do 1. Do you think 1 is enough, Laura? Or do you think I need both of them? And I'm just tightening this down here, like that. Now, I just want to kind of spread these out so you can see where you're at. I'm waiting for Laura to talk to me. You want it on the upper and the lower? I want to cross both of them, just 1. Do you want 2 of them? Do you think 2 of them in there or just 1 of them? Laura helped me design this one. That's why she gets to put her 2 cents in. That link she put up there is the link to my Facebook page and my notification system, mini chat. You want 2 of them? Is that what you're agreeing with, Patricia? 2 of them in each one? Help me out here, ladies. Okay, how many people vote for 2 in each spot, and how many people vote for 1 in each spot? Either put up 1 or 2. Oh. Oh, just 1, okay. Now you want 2. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do, that one has 1. So let's take this. And we're going to open this up. And we're going to set this one on top of that one. And then we're going to take this down through here. Trying to figure out where the best place to go is. So we can get it so it's like in the middle. Trying to place it in the middle of the ruffles. I don't know if y'all can. And just tie that 3 or 4 times. Okay, now let's see what we got here. Okay, guys, what do you think? 1 set of ruffles, or rolls, I'm sorry, or 2 sets of rolls. Lisa is watching a silent movie. Why? Why won't you people answer me? Miss Laura? That one's more at the top. I am going to set this one more at the bottom, I think. Guess we'll go with 2. That sounds good. It's a little bit difficult to move around all this mesh, but we'll get it. Maybe. Oh, okay. Oh, is she up there with you? Oh, you want me to put them just on the rings? I'm just doing them in the middle. I thought they looked like that. I wasn't going to worry about Frey tonight, guys, but you know how it is. You don't like my idea like that? Oh my goodness. Over there. All right, we'll try one your way. I made up all but one of them because I wanted to show you how I rolled the one of them. But I figured it would take me so long to roll each one of them that I didn't want to bore you. So I went ahead. We're going to try it this way. I'm going to just attach one of them to the top ring. It's a little easier because the... Oh, well, thank you, Lisa. I'm glad you're watching me. I haven't seen you for a little bit, and I missed you. When are you going to get on the camera again, Lisa? You going to do that soon? When do we get to see you? There's a movie with The Rock, and you're making her watch it without noise. Well, actually, you could watch a movie with The Rock without noise. Because you really want to just, watch him. You don't really need to. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of foo-fooing when I'm done. Foo-fooing and trimming. Except for that one. That one's a big, thick one. I'll make Mike come down and I'll make him vacuum later. Okay, so if I were a ruffle, toil and trouble. Wait a minute, what do we do here? You know what? We're gonna stick another one there anyway. What do you think of that? This must be because of the double roll, the one spot. We only had 7 at the top, so that's okay. We're just going to keep going here and pretend like we know what we're doing. Right? I'm kind of glad I have this table where I can pull it toward me so that I have a place to reach under here to put these rolls on. Or curls. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, I like The Rock. That's where I got one of my theme songs from. I like Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, but I like it when The Rock lip syncs it. You know what, though? Yeah, I got it. There for a minute, I thought I had miscalculated. Yes, thank you, everybody, for coming. Really appreciate you being here. If you'd like to subscribe to the page and you find a bell up at the top right by your comments, if you click on that, it will notify you or shoot up a little thing. I use my desktop all the time instead of a camera, instead of a phone or an iPad. I also have the iPad, so I'm not sure how it behaves. Laura might know, she uses her phone a lot. But if you click on that bell, it will shoot you little, like on the desktop, it will shoot you a little, like down in my left-hand corner, it shoots when people come on live if you do that. So you don't miss anybody. Sometimes it gets irritating, so then you can go turn the bell off. You know who's really really nice looking sherry. And that's, what is his name? Oh my God. Sam Elliott. I was going to say, I have it in my head, and I cannot think of his name. He's an older gentleman now, and he still looks good. Let me tell you. However, because I do watch a lot of wrestling, so I watch a lot of WWE, I would have to say that my favorite two people in all times that I think were really nice looking would have been Sting and then the Ultimate Warrior. Those were my two favorites. Would never have kicked them out if they'd have come by. In fact, somebody just, I guess it was Nick, just gave me a trading card that had Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior on it. So it was sitting right over there by my table. I don't know where it went to. Might need me a new table once I got, what did I get? Well, once I ordered my Archon. Mike made me a different table, and we moved the computer up on it so I had better access to it. And then we just kind of like Jimmy rigged a TV tray. And actually, what I did, you don't have to, but I'm one of those people that my dad used to say they should call me Grace. Because I'm not very graceful, and if it's going to happen, it will happen with me. And, like, I already knocked the Archon stand over once. I was doing something with the phone because I had the phone up on it, and it just toppled right over into my lap. I'm like, oh my. So he put a screw in the back of it to hold it down. That way I don't have it in my lap all the time when I'm trying to use it. I think I was trying to text somebody when I had it up there. Pardon me. So that was kind of funny because they're very heavy. Oh, now Lee Majors, he was, wasn't a bad looking man. The Bionic, or the $6 million man, right? Because I'm going to be his counterpart one of these days. They're going to replace enough parts that I'm going to become the Bionic Woman. Now, if I could just have her looks and talent, that would be great. Maybe my body would work better, huh? This is a lot of rolls, Laura. Then when we're done with this, ouch. Got poked in the knee by the snippers. When I'm done with this, then what we're going to do is we'll put our ribbon on. And then we're going to go back around with some brown curls, smaller brown curls. Yes, he was a very nice looking man. He was a good actor. Yeah, I guess he had his weird problems like everybody else. But this, I don't know what it is. It's like the outside edge of this green thread wants to just take off. It's going to have to be snipped up a lot. Now, if you were making this too, another thing, because like I said, some of the end strings are from the edges, the ends from here. What you could do after you got all your mesh on, except for the brown, of course, because you're going to put that on top of your ribbon. But what you could do is take it out and spray it with Krylon UV sealer. And that will help with the fraying, and it will also help protect it from the sun, if you want. But once you get your ribbons on, you really don't want to spray it then, because and you can spray it from the back if you're careful. But I don't know that that would really help you. But you don't want to spray it because the Krylon, the sealer, can spot out. Are we done, or am I too short? No. I think I should have made one more. But we're just going to have to fake it. Oh well. Actually, don't know if that I actually have any snowball left. I used it the rest of the, that's why they're only 10 inches, because I was running out of the red snowball, and I only had the one left from last year whenever I got it. So I had to improvise. We could put a second green, but I don't know if it's going to be necessary. It's going to be so full, and it's going to be real full. So I think what I'm going to do, because I know I cut 15 because I thought there were 15 spots. I must have been sadly mistaken, or didn't do it right or something. I don't know. It's looking okay, so we'll just go with it. I'm actually just going to put this one, because I have one left. I'm just going to put it in the middle. I have one left and no red snowball. I wanted to use red snowball for my ruffle, but I couldn't find any. Guess it's not out yet. I can't find the zip tie. Oh my goodness. The pipe cleaner. That's what I meant. Not a zip tie, but a pipe. Paul Walker, he was the guy that was in those race car movies. There was a bunch of them. Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel. And he was leaving the premiere or filming of one of them and was in the car that they used in that movie, and was in a wreck, and it killed him because his family tried to sue was it Ferrari? His daughter, I believe it was. Okay, so I'm gonna move this camera a little bit. Oopsie. I'm also on the cord, so if it moves, just let me know. But this is, okay, so this is our wreath with the second set of mesh applied. Sorry, I have to let go of my camera to do this, guys. I'll back it up. I think I'm on close cam, so I'll back it up. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. It's very full right now. So, heavens, I don't think this will fit behind a storm door. I'm beginning to think that it might be too fluffy. Yeah, let's go back to this one. There you go. Now you can see it a little bit more better and a little bit fluffier. You can also see my scrawny little legs. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Laura. All right, now we'll go back to the close cam. See, and I even set that up so Laura wouldn't get sick. Thank you, Patricia. I didn't make it go fast. My son showed me how to make it go slower. Now what we're going to try to do is I'm going to use 4 different, these are 2.5 inch wired ribbons. And I didn't put them like I normally do for top and bottom. What I did this time is I'm going to take these, and we have this Cardinal, and I paired it with a red velvet. And then these, I took this Cardinal. So I had like 5, I have 5 different, Michael buys a lot of Cardinal ribbon too, so I have a lot of Cardinal ribbon. And I'm pairing it with a green velvet. Now, 3 of these ribbons came from Joann's, and one of the Cardinal ribbons came from Craft Outlet. So we'll start with the green and this one. I'm just going to take it right in the center. I like this word, squish it up. Squish. You want? Okay. Thank you, Charlotte. So I'm just going to find my tie. And you know, they're pretty long, even though I do know we're going to put one other thing on it. But I'm just going to give it a couple of good twists. And then we're going to, I think, X these. It's so full. My goodness. I don't know if I've ever made one quite this full. I've made big ones. This one is a very, very full one. This is driving me insane, guys. This isn't really fray. This is like the outer edge string. Okay, so here's the next tie, and we'll put our red one in that one. We'll just call them red and green. But I'm glad I did usually I don't like to go 14 inches because I'm just not a ribbon kind of gal. Don't work with it very well. But I'm glad I did. So I'm thinking it might have got lost if we hadn't done the 14 inches. And I kind of like to keep my pattern ones going the same direction and my solid ones going the same direction when I have that kind of a pattern going. Okay. Lamba, I can't open that door. It'll be too noisy with the air conditioner. Give me a second, guys. Thank you, Sheree. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Mauricio. Give me a second. I gotta tend to this puppy. Come here, Lamba. There. Happy now? She likes to go out into the garage, so that's too noisy. If you hear too much of an air whoosh in the background, let me know. It has been hotter than Hades here. Let me tell you, it's almost 100. And so, yeah, it's very, very hot. Been wanting to get out and get my weeds taken care of. I did go spray Roundup on them, and they died. They don't disintegrate. You got to go out and you've got to pull them. So I need to go out and do that, but it's so hot. I get very little done at one time. Hi, Pam. I'm sorry. Pam is here and she cannot comment, but at least you're here. Thank you for joining us. Maybe next time you can. Didn't you have trouble with that before, Pam, I believe? Thank you, Patricia. I can't remember. I'm trying to think. This might be the one I got from Craft Outlet, this one here. This one's a silkier one. I may have got that Joann's or vice versa. I don't remember. But I know one of them did come from Joann's and one of them did come from Craft Outlet. So, yeah, the only problem with putting these rolls in is you get lost on where your ties are. So I guess we won't have to worry about hiding them, huh? So, when I first started doing this, I'm like, what do I do with the extra ties? And I was like, oh, I must have to hide them. So I kept trying to hide them and stuff. And people would go, no, you just use them as part of the decoration. I go, really? Didn't know that. Now they have a thing where they, I don't know if you can buy the wreaths like that. I've seen people fix them so they look like that. And they put little, especially for Halloween, they bought, I think it was like a garland. And it had like little round balls on it. And they take those balls off and they put that on the end of every one of the ties on the wreath. And they use it as part of the decoration. It was kind of cute. I really did think it was cute. So, yeah, good thing we did 14-inch ribbons. Laura, you were right on that. Laura always uses 14-inch ribbons. She loves her. She loves her ribbons. So if I had my way, I probably wouldn't do it half the time. You know, I've made a lot of wreaths, especially when I first started, that did not contain ribbon. Because in fact, when I started, I used to go on other people's lives and they go, how do you do that with your ribbon? I go, my ribbon is just, it rebels. It doesn't want to do anything I want it to do. It looks stupid because it didn't look right. And, but now I guess I'm getting the hang of it because, sorry. Because now it tends to look like other people's ribbons, which is a good thing, you know. It's kind of what you try to achieve. Kind of a I know you're not supposed to pull this, but when it's on the edge like that and it's not really raveling down in, it drives me insane. That's why you need snips that do not lock. Okay? I'm ignoring your messages. Where? Where? Are you talking to me, Laura? Okay. I don't know. You want me to go all down? Okay. Well, we'll do this then. We're going to pull them all this way. It's not a big deal. Laura is coaching me from the background. She has wonderful design taste. I will say that. I love her wreath. So we've been talking, and so she's kind of helping me with my design theory. We have a whole different style. You know, guys, I just saw, it's kind of like when you have a kamikaze fly and you can't swat it. I just saw a string. I know I did. I did that because I didn't see, I don't have my phone turned on so it wouldn't bother me, you know, wouldn't interrupt us. I didn't D&D it, I just turned off the ringer. And that's why you're not popping up on the computer, you're actually popping up on the phone, and it's like way up here. Now I gotta figure, did we put them all on the bottom, Laura? Now you got me all messed up. It's all Laura's fault. Just blame it on her. Okay. Oh, I found the bare spot. Never mind. I found out where we were. Sorry, this is going to take me a little longer than normal, guys, because it's confusing me. Ew, I should turn the television off. I don't know why Mike didn't turn it off when he went upstairs, but it looks like they were doing some kind of surgery on it. I was not impressed when I kind of caught a glimpse of it. I don't even know what channel. I thought he had it on Fox. I don't even know what comes on tonight. Melinda's going to cut our cable, but I'm not real worried about that because she has to leave the internet. I told her that was a must. They pay all the utilities. And I have to have the internet because I work. No, this way. But anyway, but I have Hulu, Netflix, and Direct Now. And I thought about getting a Kindle Fire Stick. So I don't know. I think I got more than enough. Direct Now is, I got in on the ground floor of that. They gave me an Apple TV to run it on. So it works really well. We used it when we lived in Florida. His dad didn't have cable, Michael's dad, because we stayed at their place, and so we Wi-Fi'd off of them. And he didn't have cable, and I couldn't handle just the normal shows that come on. I mean, it's nice now with digital TV that they have so many channels, but sometimes, well, that didn't get done very well. Hang on. But sometimes the shows that come on are just not, I don't know. And then they had one that was nothing but like tourism in Florida. Okay. I guess that's for everybody that, because, you know, people come down there, they're just like snowbirds or vacationing. So they have one channel that was nothing but a guide to what to see while you're in Florida. We were in Panama City Beach, so we were way up north. We were in Central Time still. So we didn't even, you know, it doesn't do me any good to want to go to Disneyland. I can't ride half the rides anymore. So we didn't go down the coast any. I have a cousin that lives in Venice Beach, but that's quite a drive too. Although where we were at was real close to Destin, and that is a very beautiful place to be. Destin's a very nice place, but we were, you know, we were a little bit west of Pensacola, but yet we were right there up in the panhandle of Florida. Now, got all of our television stations from Dothan, Alabama. So, but if I was there now, I'd be able to go to an AC Moore. But I'm not, so I won't. I'll make Laura just virtual shop for me. Am I supposed to? I did? No, I didn't. Where did I miss one, Laura? I don't think so. Where? No, the green and the red are actually velvet. They are a velvet. And I must have really liked them because I got them last year at Joann's. And I must have missed two if I missed any, Laura, because they came out. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I got a lot of the red and the green last year. They must have had it after season. Because I was looking, I've got like three or so rolls of each one. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on the top row. Once again, we'll have two alike, two together. And we're going to point them all out because going in an X or putting them towards the middle will do us no good because they will definitely not be seen. The sign is very large. And once we figure out how, I'm going to make Laura go live with me when we make these wreaths. I'm going to make her get on camera and teach me some of her designs. As I call them, the Laura method and things. So, okay. So I can run a computer, you guys, but some of the other things I'm not the best at. Like picking up 2 ribbons at one time, apparently. That's okay. Okay. So this would be our next one. So I've seen people starting to do that now. Split screen live side by side as opposed to like one calling and just being sitting there. So when I figure out that, we're gonna do that. I think that would be fun because I'm never going to be close enough to her except at convention time to go live with her any other way, because I live in a virtual world out in the middle of a cornfield and she lives up in the big city. So I mean, she could come visit me. I don't know if she'd have any fun. Not a lot to do here. No craft stores to really visit. Well, big ones. We got your normal Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Dollar Tree. Oh, and we have an at-home store now. I found one in Iowa that I like. I don't know. Right now, no, I can't do that right now. I don't know how to do that. Actually, Laura, I think you do it through Zoom, to tell you the truth. I really love the feel of this ribbon. It's so velvety. You know what? It just dawned on me. Hi, Judy. It just dawned on me. I was so proud of myself pronouncing that name right. And several times, mind you. And that's the other thing, Judy. I don't know what was going on earlier. With that in my mini chat. I don't know if anybody else has had any trouble with Facebook lately, but I don't think, like on Laura's live last night, I don't think I saw the comments that came through either. I see you guys talking about comments. Because I've been having troubles today. It'll say so-and-so commented, or it'll say two of them. So-and-so and so-and-so commented on your post. And you click on that notification, and there's only one person on that notification. There's not two. So I don't know what's up with them. I'm pretty sure that's the problem people are having with getting on the lives on Facebook and such, because I'm not really sure what's happening there. Why do I only have... Because two of them have to be alike. I remember now. Sorry, guys. I was a little confused there for a moment, but just a moment. And Laura, I must not have missed a tie because I'm going to be out of ribbon. So, thank you. You know, Cherie, first of all, she kind of did that one. First, she said she wasn't going to do it, and then all of a sudden, she's doing a live. And second of all, I'm pretty sure you've probably kind of been busy and maybe a little bit tired with all the excitement in your life. You know? So I wouldn't feel bad. She'll forgive you. Okay. Now the next two are going to be the same because it's not even on the top. So I'm doing the most horriblest thing that Laura doesn't like. I'm using a wreath with odd number ties. She hates that. Although I was very proud of her because last night she made a wreath with odd numbered ties. So I was very proud of her. And she didn't even let it overly bother her. The ribbon's going straight up in the air. I'm floofing this. I'm not happy with the way this ribbon is sitting. Mercy. Well, when we put the sign on, it's going to go down. Well, we've almost got all of our ribbon on. Phew! Oh, and then we still have one more roll. Hi, Mari. Glad you can make it, hon. There has to be a tie. There it is. Like there has to be one more tie in here. There has to be. And there has to be more than one side to it. There it is. Okay. Here we go. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Hi, baby. Come here. Lambda came back in. She doesn't look very happy. She looks real sleepy. I wonder if it's the medicine or her shots. So she got... what, distemper, parvo, rabies, and lepto? and then had blood drawn for heartworm. Everything was fine. She was not a happy person. All right. So now we have all the ribbons on. Now, you really want me to still put these brown rolls on, Laura? Hello? All right, well, the plan was, I mean, I don't really know where they're gonna go. It's kind of really full already. This is Dollar Tree mesh, guys, and I cut them 8 inches long. I was gonna take a roll and then like every other tie on the bottom, I guess. You know, Laura, I don't know. I'm thinking that's just too much. Okay. Here it is. It's just a little 8-inch. Just puts a little brown in it. Dig. And you know me, I'm not good at rolls anyway, or curls. They look like curlers from the 70s. Can you see it? There you go. Can you see it in there? What do you think? Thank you, Mary. I did. It's right here. Before I put on the rolls? Okay. Alright. Here it is, guys. This is our sign. It's a cardinal. It says Season's Greetings. You can get this sign at Craft Outlet, except they're out of stock right now. And I am going to put this sign on with floral wire. Maybe. I thought maybe I'd lost my floral wire. I always do a lot because I have a hard time finding it, seeing it, and then I can always cut it off so I don't worry about it. A lot of times I have Michael down here helping me put it on because, well, between two old hard looking, or not hard looking, but you know, can't see well people, we get it. There were 2 holes already in the sign. It had a metal like hang on it, a metal piece of metal. We took that off. So now I'm just going to take this. I don't have silver. I need to get some silver floral wire. I only have the green, but it doesn't show much. I'm going to give it a couple good ties here in the back. And then I took my beadsmith. No, that's a hole. I do that every time because Laura's is pink, so I pull out my hole punch. Anyway, I took my beadsmith and I made 2 holes in the bottom of the sign so we could secure it in 4 spots. That way, you know, if the wind blows, if they put it outside and the wind blows, then it won't be doinking around. Going ching, 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 like your wind chimes. Or blow off, or blow the wreath off the door. I really don't know if this would fit. I don't know. I've never made one quite this thick, I don't believe. Suppose I could take it over to Sean's and try it. He has a better door than I have, so. He has a newer door. I've been in the house 25 years, so. And it was not a brand new house when we bought it. So it's an older home. I think it was built in '83. So that makes it like what? 35 years old. And I only know that because that was the year I got married. And I knew it was my 35th anniversary. I'm so confused. Hi, Mari, right? Am I right? It's Mari. So Lori is out of town. Not that she couldn't see us out of town, but I'll bet you they're having some fun. Because I think, I don't know when exactly, but I think they're at Damon's place. Deco Depot. I don't know if she's still at the mastermind or exactly what she's doing at the moment. She might still be at the mastermind thing. I don't know exactly the dates for that. And then I thought they were just going to have some Soul Sister fun down at Damon's place for Amanda's birthday. I'm not sure that's right, but it sounds good. I've watched so many lives, I don't know. I don't know who it is or what they're doing. I hear some little man upstairs doing his cardios back and forth across the living room, dining room floor. He must have gotten out of the family room. We have gates up to keep him in the family room, and sometimes, well, knock on wood, I guess this is wood. Knock on wood, he hasn't learned how to escape it yet, but Nick said something earlier about him getting out of there, so I don't know if he's learned how to open the gates or if he's being more adventurous. He does love to climb, but I can hear him going back and forth, and he shouldn't be over top of my head because that's the formal living room, and the family room is over the bedroom. So, all right, gang. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to slap the camera with the sign. I'm going to see if I can figure out. So, do I want to... do I want to bury the sign? Or just set it on the top? I don't know if I could bury it, though. I don't think I can. Awful lot of mesh there. So I'm not sure I can do that. So we're gonna try something different. Because I hate putting signs on. I think there should be a law against putting signs on these. It says you don't have to or can't do it. They're very difficult. Okay. Pick my sign up and see which one I'm working with. Something with that one. Oh, come on. Good grief. Good grief. Now I am just going to tie it. I'm just going to give it a couple of good twists maybe, because I don't want to have to do a lot of twists if I want to change it. Try doing the same thing we did. I hear you. I'm still live. What's up?
I didn't know you were still live.
I am. Where are you going? Oh, Linda.
We're some reason my backpack doesn't have any of my 3,000 pencils that I bought the last time I took a test.
Oh.
So, going to the store to get number 2 pencils so I can take my test tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's a CPC?
CLC.
COC. Well, I knew you had. I was telling him you had one, and I knew you were going to the other one.
CPC I already have.
Okay. That's my daughter. I know you can't see her because
I came down to see if you stole my pencils, but it looks like you just have pens.
Right. I don't use no pencils. Sorry, guys. This is kind of difficult for me here. Gooey. Like I said, I hate science. Trying to get through all of this mesh. Sorry about that. They come down through here all the time because you can get out the garage that way. Although I don't know why she just didn't go out the front door because her car's not in the garage. So that makes no sense. Whatever. Alright, now that we've fought with those. Oh, I'm so used to turning it that way. Okay. Let's see if you guys can you see it? I'm too close. I'm still too close. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and try to feed this one down through the mesh. Okay. I got this sign, Sherry, at Craft Outlet. They are out of stock right now. You know, I'm not going to say anything, but I swear I just heard her go back out through the front door. It's from Craft Outlet. This is really giving me a workout, I'm telling you right now. And by the way, everybody, just on a different note, while you're bored while I'm trying to get the sign on, I did get in all of my Mod Podge things, and so this weekend I will try to, I don't ever remember doing Mod Podge or paper mache. I mean, I'm sure I did in grade school. I mean, it seems like that was something we did in art once or twice, but it was never something I did a lot. So I'm going to practice, and actually I'll use the sign I want to use, but I want to make a character wreath for you out of their system and show you what they have. To get back over to Office Depot, I'm trying to figure out where the last wire is. Did I connect this one? No. But if I get back over to Office Depot, she came out with a bunch of very nice Christmas designs, our digitals that you can print, and I got them, and I will be printing them and making some of those. I don't know. I keep thinking that, you know, because I've decided in my mind that I've already made enough Halloween, so I'm like, oh, I missed Halloween season, but I haven't, have I? So I may make a scarecrow face one. She does have one like that called Mizina Fields, and she also has Santa Claus. I'm not going to do Santa Claus, and the reason I'm not going to do Santa Claus is I've heard that is going to be something that we all get to do at the convention. They're doing some, unless she changed it to a snowman. But so I'm not going to do Santa Claus, but I do have Mrs. Santa Claus I could do, and I want to make sure I can Mod Podge it first, and you also want to give it a chance to dry before you put your other stuff on it. So trying to debate if this is tight or not. I've got it in the right place. All right, now, I leave you on the further back camo. I don't like that. Oop. So which one is it? This one? The one I just put on? No. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Don't you just look? I hate signs. I do. Okay. Why does it look like it's crooked? Swear. Is this the same one? Goodness. I need to play music or something, huh? So quiet. I know you guys, I mean, you might not necessarily be quiet, but okay. I'm thinking. I may have to reposition this sign when we're done. I'm not going to waste you guys' time anymore because it's not where I want it. So I'm just going to do a temporary here so you get the feel of it. So I don't like where the sign's at. So I am definitely going to have to work on that later. Anyway. See, it needs to, for me, it needs to go that way. But I'll get it later. I don't want to waste any more of your time because I could be here all night trying to get that darn sign where it wants to go. And I squished it, all the ribbons. A good wreath person does squish all their ribbons and reposition them 20,000 times. Anyway, see if you can see it. I'm doing my handmade me both move. There we go. So there it is for right now. We're not done yet. Thank you, Lisa. I'm just stressing because the sign won't go where I want it to. What's up with that? Attach it from the front. Well, I tried. I didn't do that very well. Can you tell? Really, you still want me to put those brown rolls on? Isn't there enough? Thank you, Cherie. I just want, I'm going to have to move it over like this, but I'm going to have Michael come help me, and then I got to poof up all of the stuff around it, but we're not done. You see, we're still not done because I have things in this box that still go on the wreath. I got some berry picks that I got from Joann's. I got some birds I got from Joann's. I got some birds I got from Dollar Tree, and I got some ornaments. So I'm not done, dudes. I'm not done. I have to have a drink. Thank you, Patricia. Are you going to be on tomorrow with her, Lisa? That'll be so fun. Be fun and cool. What are we making tomorrow? I love these little berry things. I got them from Joann's. So anyway, somehow my easel disappeared, so I'm gonna have to talk to Michael about that. So I'm not quite sure where it disappeared to. Not quite sure if it disappeared. But anyway, I have these And I'm planning on using 6 of them until I'm yelled at. And I'm just going to stick them down in there and then I'll glue them. I don't know where yet. I'm trying to find a place to stick it, knowing that I have to move the sign. So I don't want to attach them down yet. But I want you guys to get the feeling of what it's going to be like. Did you just answer me, Cherie, and say a wreath? What are we doing tomorrow? And you said a wreath? Really? That's so mean. I'm just going to place these. I may only use 4. I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm playing Laura. I don't know. And I always say that. She goes, okay, I'm done. And I'm going, no, she's not. And then she'll go back and put some more on it. I'm trying to do this so you guys get an idea of what I'm going to do, but I hate to put anything in place till I get that sign where I want it. You know what I mean? I mean, by in place, I mean glue it down. And I forgot to plug in the glue gun, so actually it works out for me rather well. Maybe I'll just use 4 of these. Let's see. No. This one needs to go up here. There's 2 varieties of these guys. So, you know, you kind of want it to look nice. So we'll put red berries there and there. And then the green berries there and there. And they have, like, they're so cool. I love them. That's why I picked up as many as I could. They have, like, little glassy things. Goodness. Okay, so anyway, I have 2 different sizes of cardinals. And if they weren't so difficult to get out of the box, we'd have them out already, wouldn't we? So I had to laugh. Laura will appreciate this, I'm sure. Michael's been looking for homes in Missouri because that was our dream at one point. And he said, you know, Cheryl, most of the houses I find down there have a mother-in-law's house beside them. Not a mother-in-law's house attached, but a mother-in-law's house beside them. I'm like, oh, really? He goes, yeah. Because then if Nick and Melinda moved with us, then, you know. I'm like, oh, heck no. You know what? I'm going to take one of those houses. It's going to be my craft house. Thank you, Laura. What did I do with the big birds? Here they are. So I'm not sure which ones I want to use. Big birds, these are clipped. The little birds are clips. Big birds are wired. So little birds don't have any feet. Big birds have feet. I don't know if that makes a difference. Might use them both. I do not know what they are doing up there. But Ryder and his grandpa must be having a really good time. Because yeah, I can just hear them going crazy. Oh, they go this way. These birds go this way. Right? One there. I had my easel. I don't like that guy. He only has one eye. Well, this guy only has one eye too. Well, that's kind of poopy. All right, we'll go with the little guys. And I kind of like the little guys anyway, because like I said, they clip. They're easier to work with. Must be playing tag or something. I would, of course, glue these down in. I'm just kind of setting them around right now to see what they look like and where I might want them. I might have bigger cardinals out there that look better, maybe. I was thinking of using 4 of the actual cardinals. One that faces this way. I'm just going to attach it to here for now. Oh, look. Look, it's a tie. And then we can turn the tie the way we want. Oopsie. Alright, now let's see. I'm not going to do the shake test because everything would fall off. So I think I'll use 4 of the picks and 4 of the birds, and I'll get them set in there. I don't know, am I on the close cam? I'm not. I'm on the, yeah, we might have to do that one. But anyway, this is what I'm thinking. Just go around the wreath and I'll place them symmetrically because I don't like them when they're not symmetrical after I get the sign on. So I'll move this bird over a little bit. Maybe I'll put him at 12, 6, 3, and 9. And then place these, at the other places. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. I'm not actually done either. I mean, I do have, I have to look and see. I don't know that it needs it. It's such a full wreath. My goodness, I've never made one this full before. But what I can do is I don't think we really need them. Of course, I will confer with my design partner. I don't know where my snips went. That was bothering me. Oh, they're in my bucket. I don't know. Would you need to put ornaments on here, you think? Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll be back on Monday night. Laura's apparently going to be on tomorrow. I don't know when. I don't know if she said. Laura, did you say what time you're going to be on tomorrow? And are you going to be on Facebook? Though, if you were saying your dream about the house, I did tell him he could have, if it was a 2-bedroom, he might be able to have one of the bedrooms for his stuff on my craft house. But I probably will stick some of these ornaments in there too around the bottom. I don't know where. It bugs me that I can't get the sign on because I don't know, it just makes me upset. But that's kind of, I'm gonna, hang on. Where'd it go? My thing's all, hi guys. My thing's all, no, we want this one. My camera things are all out of whack there. I had them set up so I could just push them. I'm gonna turn this around carefully so maybe the picks don't fall off. And I'm going to turn the camera toward it. There we go. There it is. I don't know, it's kind of close. I'm going to have a farther back angle. I do. See, look, I got more balls. I got those balls. And I got these balls. I got balls. And when I was at Goodwill the other day, I got even more balls in different colors. Because I could get them there. They had nice ones. So. But anyway, I don't know if you can see this or not. Oops, I must have hit my mouse. Sorry. Things start popping up on my computer. I'm trying to... Look how those sparkle. I like that. I like it, how those little picks sparkle. I'm going to pick this up. Sorry if I make anybody sick. I'm going to try to move it back so you can get a... Oh, Michael and I will get this finished up later. And then, hopefully tomorrow, I don't think it's supposed to rain, so hopefully tomorrow we can get it out to get pictures. I know, I knew what she was doing. Anyway, and then after I get the pictures of it, can you see? I got a new fan. That's why I'm hoping it wasn't too whooshy in here because I was so warm when we turned the other one down for the noise. And I thought, oh, I'm going to die. But I didn't. But anyway, so I'll get it finished up and get Michael to take the pictures, get the pictures edited, and then get it back up on Etsy. I am going to cover the back. Already picked out my back cover. And I got a lot on my plate that I'm trying to do right now. I'm going to make some videos. I think the first one I'm going to record, I'm going to do the Deco Angel with the Dollar Tree mesh. And then I think another one I'm going to record is the Halloween hat, the witch's hat. And I'm going to do that for Halloween, Christmas. I might do a scarecrow themed one and Halloween, Christmas, scarecrow, and a fall hat. I don't know yet. I'm not sure exactly what all my plan is. I'm going to turn you back up here to me so you don't have to look at me put my stuff away. There we go. Yeah, I have this other one and that was just totally, you guys were just like totally too close to me. I think Sean set that one up, but you're just way too close. You know what I mean? That would scare me. So I made one that's like this. Then I'm not as scary. You know? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Laura. And oh, my goodness. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Thank you. I think we made it okay with our new OBS system, except for the beginning. I don't know if this will automatically come up as a YouTube replay. It is, I'm hoping, recorded, because I didn't hit the record button. I just hit the stream button. I don't know if you can... There you go, Sheree. That's a good idea. That's my problem. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'll let you guys go. I've had you on here about an hour and a half. That's like a long time. So, of course, on the replay, you can always fast forward through the horrible or boring parts. But I'll let you go now. I will... Of course, Laura. Thank you, Cherie. I appreciate it. This is actually my first Christmas one of the season. Look at this. Something's stuck somewhere. I don't like that. It's going to take a lot of foofing. I got to do a lot of foo-foo, as Regina Sellers calls it. Saw her do that one time on a ribbon thing she was doing online. I just have to foo-foo. There's going to have to be a lot of foo-foo once I get it all set in place, because this is the first Christmas one I've done this year. This is the first one. So, are you serious again? You must know somebody who does that, Laura. Do you know somebody who gives those right at your camp? You too, Mari. I hope you get to feeling better, honey. Thank you. Yes, thank you, everybody, for liking, sharing, joining, supporting us. We appreciate it. We'll be on tomorrow on Laura G's Wreath Room on Facebook around 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to figure out how to close this and see if I can figure out what's going on with if it stays as the replay or not. Okay? We'll see you all later. I'll be back on Monday. Look for us tomorrow under Laura Jean's Wreath Rooms, and we'll see you then. Night, everybody.